Welcome back to another video, ladies and gents. It is your boy J-Nark, aka Chris World. Today we are rebuilding the Houston Texans without Deshaun Watson. This time we did a rebuild probably a couple weeks ago of doing it with him on the team. But for this one, we're gonna trade him away. We're gonna trade away all the top pieces that definitely want their way out of this organization. Brandon Cooks actually tweeted a couple days ago that when Mark Ingram got traded yesterday, he was like, "What the?" So he was very upset about that. So we're gonna give them what they want. So we're going to trade away Deshaun Watson, who's definitely a future of this team, but we're going to have to get rid of him and Brandon Cooks so they have better options somewhere else. But for everyone else, I think we're going to keep it all the same. These are just the pieces we're going to work with as we're going to go through a deep rebuild with the squad. And yeah, so let's see what suitors we could get for Deshaun. Obviously sending Deshaun to like the NFC or the AFC would be pretty good, but let's just see. We're gonna send. Oh wait, let's look at the cap penalties first. I know there's gonna be a cap penalty for sure for trading away Watson, because we just actually signed him to a deal. So, and he hasn't played at all this season, so that it goes to show what's going on with that. But oh my, our penalty would be 66 million trading away Deshaun Watson. Oof. Oh man, that's a huge penalty. I want to release Marcus Cannon because he's taken 7 million from us. He'll be back in 8 weeks, so we'll definitely get rid of him in 8 weeks. And we were also gonna get rid of who else? So Marcus Cannon's gone. We can't get rid of Zach Cunningham, so that's great. We're gonna trade away Mark Ingram too, and then we're gonna basically take some penalties for trading away these guys, but we're really just doing it so we could just so they could have a better start somewhere. And we traded Mark Ingram to the Saints, or in real life they traded him to the Saints. They sent him back to his squad. So that's what we're about to do. They're not interested, but we'll probably just trade him for like one of the lower picks, like a 6th or a 5th of next year. All right, we get a 5th of next year. We send Mark Ingram there, and then we got Brandon Cooks, who I know will probably get some love somewhere. We got to send him to a team that will definitely need him. Definitely a receiver needy team. We can see what they got going on. Looks like no team needs a receiver. It's kind of weird. It's like it's not one of their top 3 needs, but let's say realistically Packers are like, all right, you know what? We need to go all in this season. We want a receiver. Like, okay, so obviously they're not gonna let us do that because we just traded Mark Ingram. But let's say they're like, no, we need him. And today's Thursday when I'm recording this, when they're playing the Cardinals, and this is obviously before they play the Cardinals, so I don't know how that game's gonna go. But our top 3 receivers are out, which is MVS, Randall, Devontae Adams, and Alan Lazard. So we would have to literally see what we do with Randall Cobb. But if any team has receiver as like their 4th next op, like the 4th thing they need on their team, then we can just see what we got. We got Broncos here, Browns. I think Madden's like a little bit slow. So as we look through and check to see like what teams would need a receiver, the only team that has a receiver in their top 5 needs is the Packers. So unfortunately we're gonna have to try to trade with them, see if we could take someone from them. And I feel like if we take MVS in a pick, I don't think that would be too bad. MVS in a 2nd. We just got that deal to go through, so cool. He's got MVS. He's injured, but he is going to be coming back. And Deshaun Watson, let's see if we could trade him to I want to send him to a quarterback needy team. Buccaneers would be too OP. Colts would be some kind of nice, but nah. Dolphins looks like the suitable thing to do here. Washington football team doesn't look too bad either. But we'd obviously want to send him to contender. Unless we were to trade him to the Niners. Take either Trey Lance or Jimmy G. If we did Deshaun Watson for Trey Lance and take like a 2nd of this year, they don't even have a 1st of next year. 2 seconds and Trey Lance. Wow, that actually went through. I don't know if that was the right deal. We're going to put Trey Lance in a sticky situation. Who knows? Who knows how this is going to work out? We're going to take a huge cap hit, though. But I guess Trey Lance is the QB we're going to go with, to stick with. And, oof. Who knows how this is going to go? I'm actually very interested to see how this will go. We're going to have Trey Lance as QB1. We send Deshaun Watson to the Niners, so that should be fun. Rest of the team, though, Marquez Valdes-Scanlin's injured, but we have an okay receiver core. Offensive line is pretty crap, if you ask me, but we're going to rebuild during the draft. We're going to take a hit penalty-wise, but that's okay. So I'm going to sim to mid-season just so... Wait, they said 8 weeks, so I'm going to sim to the regular season first. The season, we actually ended up being 5-12. Our offense is a 69, and our defense is a 70. I know these guys definitely don't want to play for us anymore, but the cool thing is that we let Deshaun Watson go off and do his own thing, and I feel like that's a plus in my book. We helped out a guy who deserved better, but Cameron Cruz-Hill was top 3 in tackles. Let's see how we did statistically. We did actually end up winning 5 games. Trey Lance only had 18 passing TDs. He was 29th offensively. Our defense was okay, so we threw for a lot of yards, but no TDs whatsoever. Trey Lance had 18 touchdowns, 15 picks in his first year as starter, and then 83 pass rating. So he has some upside to him. Rushing, David Johnson had 13 touchdowns, but that's really the highlight from rushing. We had 2 1,000-yard receivers, and Chris Conley and Danny Amendola, surprisingly, but not that many TDs to share. And then defense, Cruz-Hill had a lot of tackles and a lot of picks too, but we barely got any sacks. We had a good amount of interceptions too. We also picked up Danny Trevathan, I guess, during the season. So that was a lackluster year. We went 5-12. I think we should give Trey Lance a chance to develop even more. Let's see. We sent Trey Lance to the Niners. They went 10-7 with Deshaun Watson from the looks of it. Deshaun Watson at the Niners, he threw 21 touchdowns, 9 picks. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but he did make them a playoff contender in that tough division, so that's pretty good, I'd say. And I feel like now we have the losing aspect set with our squad. Now I feel like it's time we start changing up some things. We gotta see the cap. Super Bowl 56 is Cardinals Chiefs. And the winner of that, let's see who takes that W. So the Chiefs end up blasting the Cardinals 45-7, which is insane. Tom Brady won NFL MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Justin Fields won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Pretty solid. Demarcus Robinson, wide receiver for the Chiefs, won Super Bowl MVP. So they blasted them. Wasn't even a competition. And now it's time for us to make our moves. I mean, we have a huge, yeah, we have a lot of moves we'll have to make. So apparently we still have $77 million. I guess that penalty hasn't applied to us yet, but we got some players we got to negotiate with. Justin Reed, free safety. I know he's gonna want to go after that sorry season we had, but we're gonna overpay him just so he stays, just so we have our guy. Give him out $50 million to stay with us. He does. We re-sign our star safety. Desmond King, cornerback, I think he fits our scheme well, so I think it would be best if we re-sign him as well too. He's his own corner, so he should definitely help us out a lot. He re-signs. We got a good corner to keep. Phillip Lindsay, we're going to let go. Running backs, we're letting go. Danny Amendola had a good season. We're letting go, though. A lot of these older guys we're going to let go. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, even though he didn't play this year, he has a lot of upside to him, and I think it's good if we give Trey Lance a threat like him. So we re-sign Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Vernon Hargreaves, one of our corners, just going to keep him around too. Might as well. Then we got Chris Conley here, Danny Trevathan. Cameron Cruz-Hill, he played pretty solid for us. He wants a 2-year deal. I'll give him a 2-year deal, but he wants to test free agency, so can't blame him for that. Neville Hewitt, we're going to let go. Jacob Martin, he did lead the team in sacks, I believe. So we're going to re-sign him. Terrence Brooks, Tyrod Taylor. A lot of the rest of these guys are really low in overall, so we're just going to keep it like that. And all right, so after not being able to sign some guys, we have about $40 million to work with in free agency. And we got some players we do want to get rid of. Laramie Tunsil's back, so hopefully he can stay and be healthy for us. He's going to be one of our cornerstones of our team. Trey Lance is superstar dev, apparently, so that's pretty nice to see. Marcus Cannon, I'm going to release him so we can have more money to work with. So release Marcus Cannon. And then we also have Titus Howard. Hopefully he can stay healthy too, so we can have, like, you know, depth for the team for once. And since Trey Lance is superstar dev, let's see what his overall is right now. I know he was a 77, but if they give him superstar dev, that means he has lots of potential. West Coast power run obviously doesn't fit for our offense. Vertical zone run does. Change that to an 83. The vertical zone run fits. We run a Tampa 2 defense is similar to a 4-3. Our linebackers are just pass coverage, and our DNs are pass rushers. We could just run a 4-3. If we just run a 4-3, I think that would be fine. Yeah, we're gonna change our offense to vertical zone run, and then we're gonna be a pass coverage. I mean, a 4-3 defense. So we have lots of things to work on. We have lots of draft picks, so that's not too bad. So we have about $47 million to work with in free agency. We're gonna see if we can sign some cheaper guys for sure. Cornerback, I feel like is definitely in need. Maybe we could try to overpay for Carlton Davis. He's a star corner. Bring him to our squad. We're number 1, so hopefully that could work. Quarterbacks, we just have Trey Lance and Davis Mills, so I'm not too mad about that. Running back, we're definitely going to need some depth there, so I think signing Rashad Penny to a deal could prove beneficial for depth. And then fullback, we don't need anyone. Receiver, we just have Scanley, Nico Collins, so maybe we could sign DJ Chark to a deal. He has a dislocated ankle, but he'll be back in due time. Then we could draft the receiver, obviously. Tight end, there's a lot here, but we could try to sign David Njoku. He could prove beneficial to the Texans for Trey Lance. And then left tackle, we just have Tunsil. But we're going to need some backups, of course, and I'm tired of not having backups on our squad. So we're going to give Prince Tega, Whiteside, or Winogo a deal. Titus Howard, Max Sharping, I'm okay with that position. At center, let's see what we could do here. For center position, we could sign Nick Martin to a deal. He's a former Texan too, so sign Nick Martin to a deal. And then right guard, we just have McCray. I'm gonna sign Will Hernandez to a deal. See if he joins with us. Sign Will Hernandez to a deal. Right tackle, we don't have anyone either. We just have Heck. I don't know who that is. Left end, D tackle. D tackle, I think we'll sign Tim Settle just so we have some type of force in the middle of the D line. Right end, we just have Greenland, so we're going to have to figure that out. Left linebacker, I feel like Leighton Vander Esch should be a perfect fit for our squad. And let's see what we could get for him. We don't have enough salary cap. I want to try for Leighton Vander Esch, so let's probably rescind one of our offers here. Maybe not for Rashad Penny, but for the rest of these guys are looking pretty good. So we were on the defensive side of things. Left us linebacker Leighton Vander Esch. He should definitely fit our scheme pretty well. Give him a nice little bonus. 100 total points. Makes us number 2 behind the Ravens. We got to try again. Give him like 6 mil and then 5 mil bonus. Should give us what we need. Middle linebacker, we don't have anyone there. We have Devondre Campbell and Chris Barnes. We don't have enough cap to make that move for him. But Devondre Campbell's a scheme fit. We wouldn't be able to afford him either. So we could try signing some like backups like Micah Kaiser. And see, we're gonna see if we could get anything from that. So we ended up getting the new D tackle, a new left outside linebacker, the backup left tackle. So we got everyone we went for in the draft. So that's perfect. We have about 30K left. So now we could sim to the draft and focus on the other positions. So we have the 5th pick in the first round. So that pick, we could do just about anything. And our biggest needs are right tackle, running back, those kinds of positions. But we got a kid here, Vince Smith, right tackle from Oregon. He looks like he's pretty solid. He's B for pass blocking. His physicals look pretty solid too. So apparently we need him. He has B pass block, B run block finesse. We're going to draft him. Hidden dev, 6'5", 319 pounds, 66 speed, 90 strength. Looks pretty good. So we just picked up our right tackle in the fifth pick. So that's a huge pickup, but that should work for us. Now let's go to our next pick. So in the second round now, like we have a couple picks because we have two, and I know we need a center, but if there's no round 1 centers available, then we'll worry about that another time. So if we look at all positions here, we got round 1, or his name is Edward Lyons. He's B awareness. He has good physicals. His skills are not too bad. And he's a first round pick caliber. So I also got a couple running backs here. But I'm looking at this kid here. His name is Sidney Sims. He would fit our scheme. He has A break tackling. He's 6 feet, 207 pounds. And he has great stats from the look of it. So he has B pass blocking too, so that's really nice. So we're going to draft him. He has hidden dev, 90 speed, 92 excel, 88 agility, 70 strength. So he's going to be a beast for us. Sidney Sims from Georgia. Now if we go to our next pick here. Now, we have a couple more picks. We have 2 more picks in the first round, or in the second round. So a center or receiver, I feel like if we go for a... Let's see what centers they got available. Only round 2 to 3 projections. We got a kid here named Austin Bushrod. He has B awareness. His physicals look alright. Nothing too crazy. He has B awareness, C lead block, A run block power. I'm going to draft him. He has hidden dev as well too. Big center. Very big center. And then with our next pick, we're going to definitely pick up a receiver. So we're shoring up a lot of positions on our team for sure. So receiver here, we got a kid named Lorenzo Compton. He's a deep threat. And we also have Josh Dorsett. Lorenzo Compton suffers from concentration drops, deep route, fights for every single inch as a runner. Known to attract flags. His physicals look alright. His skills, nothing too crazy. Then there's also a kid named Josh Dorsett here. He has D catching traffic, D deep route, D release. Okay, that's even worse than I thought because, yeah, so definitely not feeling Dorsett. We also have a kid named George Blaylock. Let's see how he's looking like. Suffers from concentration drops. Skills, B run blocking, really good run blocking. Only D release though. So we need him to have a good release. So I guess we'll go with Lorenzo Compton. We're going to pick him up, see if he gets fit into our team here. He has 89 speed, 91 change of direction, 93 agility. Might be a reach, but we're just gonna go with him. And then in third round now, I feel like we could start focusing on the defensive side of things. So because D-line definitely needs an upgrade. Our D-line for sure needs an upgrade, but for right now, we only have one active middle linebacker. We have a kid here named Corey Hartley. He has D zone coverage. Physicals look alright though. His skills, D zone coverage, D catching, D stamina, C hit power, C play rack. I'm gonna draft him. He has interesting dev, but now with that being said, we're gonna send through the rest of this draft, see what they come up with. Now looking at the draft recap, so the right tackle became a 71. The running back Sidney Sims was a 70. We got Bushrod, who's a 72. Compton became a 68, so that was a miss right there. We also got a receiver though that was a 70, and Will Ross. So we picked up some receivers. Corey Hartley was a 65. So, you know, we're making progress. We're definitely making progress. I'm gonna advance to the first week of preseason, show you guys what we're working with. And now we also got some players returning from injury. So we have a 77 offense, 79 defense. Not looking too bad. I'm gonna show you guys the lineup, what it's looking like now with these additions to the squad. And you know, I think Trey Lance will definitely have a better second year. And David Coley will be on the watch for because we made a lot of moves. Bushrod's a 72. Yeah, so look, offensive line is not bad at all. We got some good tight end here. David Njoku. Receivers are looking really good. We have Sims, who's going to fit the scheme, who's going to get the start. And, you know, it's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad at all. And then defense, we have Micah Kaiser in the middle. We have Zach Cunningham back from injury. We also have Van Der Esch. We also picked up Pierre Luis. I didn't know that. And D-line still needs some work, but I have some faith in them to get the job done. Tim Suttle will definitely help out. And we also have a good secondary now. So we should finish better than last year. So let's see. So we actually made the playoffs going 10-7. We're facing the Chiefs. So that's a huge bump from last year. That's crazy. Took us 1 year to change everything, change the culture of this team, I guess. And all those signings and draft picks, I guess, helped us out. So I see that the Niners might not have made the playoffs. Receivers, Amari Cooper, Tyreek Hill, top 3. Wow, that's different. Defense, sacks, no one was there. So our guys weren't there statistically, but we went 10-7. Our offense was 13th. Trey Lance was 6th in passing yards and passing TDs. And our defense was 17th, so definitely a huge upgrade. 33 touchdowns, 14 picks for Trey Lance, along with a 102 passer rating. So that's really good to see. Sidney Sims in his first year start had 9 TDs, almost 700 yards. Not too bad. Marquez Valdes-Scantling had over 1,000 yards. Nico Collins did pretty well. Same with Njoku, our tight end. DJ Chark did pretty well too. Defense. So Lane Van Der Esch led the team in tackles. We had 8 sacks from Jordan Jenkins. So not a lot of pass rushing from our guys. So that's the only downside. But we're going to definitely fix that. We only had 4 interceptions on defense as well. So we didn't have that many takeaways, but we still did end up winning some games. And we went 10-7. Didn't win in division, so we definitely got some work to do there. But let's look at the playoff brackets, see who made the playoffs. So Niners didn't make the playoffs, and we traded Deshaun Watson to them too. So that's very interesting. We ended up being the 6th seed. So, you know, hey, I don't know, but let's see how we fare against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. We actually ended up beating them 26-20. Okay. All right, we beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. All right, we won a playoff game. I was not expecting to win a playoff game that fast. Okay, but we're facing the 12-5 Steelers. Let's see how we fare up against TJ Watt and them. We took an L 31-28, but I'm not even mad. I'm not mad whatsoever at all. We literally went to the playoffs and won a game. We beat the Chiefs at their crib. I gotta see. Hold on. There's no way we just beat the dude who just threw 50 touchdowns. There's no way. Divisional. So we ended up. Wait, we're the Texans. I couldn't remember what team we are. Oh no, that was the Steelers. What am I talking about? In the wild card, we beat the Chiefs 26-20. Trey Lance threw 3 picks. Trey Lance had 363 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and only got sacked once. So he had a good game. While Mahomes threw 3 picks and only 1 TD and got sacked once. Running backs didn't do too well. Receivers, Nico Collins and DJ Chark and Marquez Valdes-Scantling, they all took off for us. So that's awesome. Defense, Jordan Jenkins got a sack, and so did Zach Cunningham. And then Carlton Davis had 2 picks, one of our steals in the draft, and Kevin Pierre-Louis had a pick as well. So our guys really came to play. And in the divisional against the Steelers, we only lost by 3, but Trey Lance threw 4 TDs and had 1 and only got sacked once. And Colin Kaepernick threw 3 TDs and got sacked once. So Trey Lance is looking like the truth right now. Najee Harris also did his thing. Marquez Valdes-Scantling had 1 TD. Chase Claypool had 3. Nico Collins had 2. So we have the receivers. We have a good receiver crew. We definitely do. Charles Menahu and TJ Watt both got a sack. So it was definitely a close game. We ended up losing by a field goal. So very interesting. Pretty good second year for Trey Lance for us. So I hope he made the Pro Bowl. I want to see if he made the Pro Bowl. That'd be really nice to see if he did. If we made the Pro Bowl, that'd be nice. Bengals, Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Wow. Trey Lance made the Pro Bowl. Nice. So did Deshaun Watson. Okay. But Trey Lance made the Pro Bowl. That's pretty cool. Receivers, none of our guys. Tight ends, David Njoku made it. That's awesome. Laramie Tunsil made it. Offensive line, no one else made it. D-line, no one made it from our guys. Linebackers, no one. Corners, Carlton Davis made it, which is really nice to see. So, okay, so we have some stars on the team. We're definitely a playoff caliber team, which I love to see. Super Bowl 57, Bengals, Cowboys. I'm going to probably take the Cowboys in this one. And we're only going to have $11 million in cap. That's something to think about, too. So, re-signing people are going to be definitely hard. But Bengals ended up winning the Super Bowl 17-14. And Gerald Everett won Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes won NFL MVP. That's cool and all, but we beat them. So, we beat them in the first round. So, that sucks for them. We have about $84 million now for re-signing players. I wonder when that penalty hit us for Deshaun Watson. Like, I haven't seen it yet. So, maybe the Niners just took the whole brunt of it for us. That'd be really nice if they did. But we have some players ready to negotiate. We have about $84 million to work with. Charles Menahu, we're going to keep him for depth purposes. I like him on the squad. Keep him for depth. We get him back. We got Will Hernandez, who's 75 now. Let's see if we keep him around. Give him a 2-year deal. We get him back. We got our left guard, Titus Howard. He fits our scheme. Played pretty well, so only makes sense to re-sign him. We do. Jimmy Moreland is one of our depth corners. We have a lot of 5'10 corners, though. So, yeah, that's okay if he walks. Lonnie Johnson is one of our safeties. We're going to keep him around, too. But we're obviously going to have to draft some. Jordan Jenkins, we're letting him walk. Max Sharping as one of our backups, as the backup guard for our team, doesn't seem bad at all. So we're going to re-sign him. Eric Murray, we're going to let go. Nick Martin. As a backup, you know, why not? Why not re-sign him? He would like to play for a new team next year. Go ahead, be my guest. Terrence Mitchell, we're letting go. Justin McCurry, letting go. A lot of these guys we're going to let go. So we're going to have a lot of money to work with going into this next offseason. And one of our top needs will be the front seven for sure. Let's see what the team is looking like, though, after that great year of making the playoffs and beating a team. So, offense, Trey Lance is now an 86. Yo, Sims is a 74 superstar X Factor. And he's only a 74. I've never seen something like that. He's a 74 superstar X Factor. That's insane. That's insane. And Vince Smith, that right tackle, is a superstar right tackle. That's awesome. And Bushrod's a 76. So we drafted some gems for the team. That's amazing to see. That is so amazing. And our receivers are good. Okay, so this next year is going to be awesome. I could already tell. And for defense, we just need another middle linebacker. Definitely work on the D-line, but our corners are really good. So, yo, we drafted some gems. We have about $64 million to work with now. And, let's see. Oh, Kareem Hunt's available. Oh, my gosh. I would love to have Kareem Hunt. But we have Quentin Nelson. We just re-signed Titus Howard, too. But this is the best left guard in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he's the best left guard in the game. I'm gonna give him a deal. See, if he signs with us, he signs with us. If he doesn't, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Running backs, Sims is gonna be our guy, so I'm not even worried about that. Receivers, we're actually really good here, honestly. We could always sign another person just for speed, I guess. But we have a good crew of receivers, you know. Tight end, we can sign Juwan Johnson to be one of our depth tight ends, so we have that trio. But D-line is where we really need to work on. I would love to get J.J. Watt, but we obviously can't get him. Matthew Ioannidis would be nice to pick up for the squad. Clelin Ferrell wouldn't work. Leighton Van Rush is good. Middle linebacker. So it's a pair of Micah Kaiser. We could sign Bobby or Levante David. I like Bobby Wagner. Give him a deal. One last hoorah. He'll definitely regress, but he'd be a nice pickup for our team. Or we could sign Dre Greenlaw and then move Zach Cunningham to middle linebacker. I think that would work. I think that would work a lot, actually. Yeah, that actually might work. Sean Murphy Bunting, another corner from the Buccaneers. Might as well try to sign him and pair him up with his old buddy Carlton Davis. In strong safety, we could sign Kari Willis to the deal. Try to sign Kari Willis, that'd be pretty nice. But hold on, if we could pick up Dre Greenlaw, move Zach Cunningham to the middle linebacker position, that could work out really well for us, honestly. And then we could sign Akeem Davis-Gaber as a backup. That'd be phenomenal. Yeah, let's see if that works. Advance to next week. Oh, Dre Greenlaw rejected us. Damn. And so did Sean Murphy Bunting. But we ended up getting Quentin Nelson. We just got the best left guard in the game. We got a new strong safety as well. Dre Greenlaw rejected us, so that's unfortunate. But since we just picked up a new left guard, we have Quentin Nelson now, the best left guard in the NFL. So we're going to have to move on from one of these guys. I think I'm going to trade Titus Howard away. Or we could just trade away Will Hernandez. Let's just see who's younger, though. Titus Howard's 27. Will Hernandez is 27. So they're both around the same age. So we're going to see if we could just trade them away for like a middle linebacker, perhaps. Isaiah Simmons, Zaven Collins. Yo, Zaven Collins, please. Bet. So he's got a new middle linebacker. That works out really well. Then we're gonna trade we're gonna change what's his name's position. We're gonna trade Titus Howard to a right guard. Yeah, we're gonna change Titus Howard to a right guard. And then he'll be beasting up with the rookie or the second year player now who's a beast. Change him to right guard, save changes. He fits the scheme. We have that backup left guard. We have a backup tackle. We just need a backup center. Left end, we just have Charles Omenihu. Right end, we just have Jacob Martin. D tackle. D tackle is not too bad. We just need pass rushing, though. That's really what we need for our squad. And I might trade away Zach Cunningham just to see if we get like a defensive player. Because Akeem Davis-Gaither's a star, so I want to really work with this type of defensive scheme we were running because we finished 17th. So I think he has potential to be our guy. So let's see if maybe we could trade didn't I just move? Okay. We're gonna see if we can just sign a backup guard, I guess. Yeah, let's see if we can sign a backup guard. We're gonna sign Lucas Patrick to a deal, just so we have that position solidified. And then center, we definitely need a backup for him. I'm gonna sign Billy Price to a deal. Now we got the backup sorted. So I think trading away Zach Cunningham for a D lineman could definitely work out really well. So let's see what we could do here. So Zach Cunningham, where you at? I'm okay with taking penalties. Zach Cunningham, boom. See what team would love to have you. We got the Falcons. The Falcons would love to have you. We want a D lineman. So what do you guys have to work with? Grady Jarrett, Matthew Ioannidis, and Danny Bayless, and John Kaminsky. Danny Bayless, very interesting. We might have to take a look at that again. We got the Niners who are also interested. Quarterback, they still have Deshaun Watson. He's their guy. DN, Nick Bosa. Obviously, we can't get Nick Bosa even if we wanted to. But let's see what other positions they got available. We just need the D-line overall. That's really what we need. Eric Armstead's like getting old. We got Javon Kinlaw. You know, Zach Cunningham for Javon Kinlaw. If we could do that and a pick, that'd be pretty nice. And a fourth, I guess. Let's see. We can do that. And because, you know, Javon Kinlaw was like one of the third-round picks, we could trade away our next year's 4 as well. I feel like it could work. Cool, so we just picked up Javon Kinlaw, so we just shored up that defense. We do run a 4-3, so it's going to really work with our D-line. Having Tim Settle and Javon Kinlaw, they're going to cause a lot of pressure, so that's pretty good. But we still need to work on the DNs, and I'm thinking of giving up maybe one of our seconds. Maybe give up a second-round pick for a DN. I feel like that could work. I feel like that should definitely work. So let's see if we could do that. One of our second-round picks for DN. Just because we're definitely in need. And Bilal Nichols, we got Trey Hendrickson. He's 28. I wonder if he would fit our scheme. We'll have to come back and look at that. Oh, well, I mean, he would fit our scheme, but we got to see if we could even afford him. Randy Gregory's 30. Josh Sweat is 26. He's an 82. He's 26. He's an 82. Trey Hendrickson's an 84, but he's 29. Chase Young, I know it will take the world for us to get him, but let's just try something, you know. Doesn't hurt to try something. Vernon Hargreaves in our second. Yeah, they're just not gonna budge for Chase Young. I don't blame him. I definitely do not blame him. But let's keep working here. We got Carl Lawson and Trevante Vernon. Trevante Vernon. He has superstar dev. Oh, that ain't no problem. Come with us. Oh, come with us. I'll take that in a heartbeat. What? Come on, bro. I saw that superstar dev. We had to stay in the Jets. Like, come on now. Come on, y'all letting him sit there like that? Oh, that's a problem. So Quentin Nelson's gonna be playing right guard for some reason, but either way, he's gonna be a beast. And our scheme fit is looking pretty nice. Receivers are looking really good. I might just start Ross over. Might just have to start Ross over or keep him in the loop there with our receivers. But our offense is looking good. Defense, look, we got Vernon here, Kinlaw, Settle. We draft the left end. Will be all right. We got Zach Collins, Akeem Davis-Gaver now. We probably just need a backup outside linebacker. Yeah, backup outside linebacker, and then we should be looking pretty good. So let's see what we can get for free agents. I just want to draft the backup or a left end with our pick. So we just need a backup. We could always sign a veteran. Sign a veteran like Justin Houston. He's a run stopper. Sign him to a deal. Provide that veteran presence for our defense. That's, that could work out really well. So, all right, I have a lot of faith in this team now. So let's go to the draft now. I want to get that left end. So now here we are at the 26th pick in the draft. All these guys here are round 1 projections. We're looking for our next left end behind Charles Menahue. We have Dwayne Bernard. He's a round 1 to 2 projection. B finesse move, C power move. Physicals looks really good. His skill set, C play rec, C power move, B pursue, B finesse. Not too bad. I'm going to pick him up. He has normal dev. He'll be behind Charles Menahue and provide the depth from there. And then we're going to sim past the rest of this draft. So that left end we drafted ended up being a 69 overall. And Derek Patterson's 67. We got a receiver. Got a lot of positions here just for depth, I'd assume. And we still don't have a center, so we got to definitely get that position just so we have a backup. Unless we picked up Billy Price. Unless we picked up Billy Price, then we don't have to worry. Marquez Valdez-Scantling's back from injury too. So I'm going to show you guys the lineup. I feel like we have enough guys around the team to, help us out if people get injured. So if we see what we're working with here at the center position. If we have Billy Price, so we do have Billy Price, so we're good there. So this is what we're going with this season. We have Sims in his second-year starter. He's a superstar, elite X Factor. He's a beast. Tight end's good. Trey Lance is in his 3rd year with the squad. He's getting very comfortable. We showed up the offensive line. We're picking up the best left guard in the game. Defense, we got Akeem Davis-Gaver. Apparently, he's not starting over Justin Houston. That's the only reason why I got you. We got Zaven Collins here with Micah Kaiser, so that's going to be pretty nice. And D-line is looking really good, too, with the pickup of Vernon, so let's see how he performs. But this team is looking really good on paper, so let's see if we can win this division and go farther than the wild card. So we ended up winning the division, going 11-6, way better than last year when we went 10-7. We blasted the Colts 31-3, so we definitely had a great season. Trey Lance and the Texans, who knows, I mean, in some other world, that's definitely going to work, and I'm pretty happy with the squad. Julian Malecki, who is that? Other than that, let's look at the rest of the league. So we weren't top 3 in stats anywhere, but hey, our offense was 16th. Trey Lance was 6th in passing yards, 2nd in passing TDs, while our defense doesn't say anything, but 39 touchdowns, 18 picks for Trey Lance. Still has a lot of issues with throwing a lot of interceptions. 100 passer rating, not too bad. Sidney Sims, 14 TDs, 821 yards, 250 carries, not too bad. Nico Collins had over 1,000 yards. Will Ross had 13 TDs, over 1,000 yards, so that's pretty nice. Looks like Marquez Valdez-Scantling isn't our guy because he keeps getting injured. But defense, Trevante Vernon had 10 sacks, so he's that kid. He's that dude we needed. Javon Kinlaw only had 2 sacks, and Charles Menahue had 1.5, so that's something to keep an eye on. But we had a good amount of interceptions from our defense, which is really good. Vernon looks like that piece, that steal we got from the Jets, so that's pretty nice to see. And if we didn't get the first round bye, but we ended up being the 2nd seed in the NFL. Niners didn't make the playoffs again, and they have Deshaun Watson, so keep that in mind. Let's keep that in mind. We sent Deshaun to the Niners. So before we advance in the playoffs against the Chargers, this will be definitely a great game. I'm going to show you guys what the team is looking like right before we go into the battle of the just the battle. But Trey Lance is now in 89. Sims is in 82. Will Ross got the star. He's in 80. DJ Chark's in 84. Nico Collins is 77. So it looks like Marquez Valdez-Scantling is the odd man out. Offensive line is looking really good. Tight end is looking good. Defense, Vernon is now in 83. Kinlaw's in 83. So we have our guys in the D-line. Zaven Collins is now 84. And, everyone's doing their thing. So we made the playoffs. So that's the best part. And let's see how we do against the 9-8 Chargers. First home game in the playoffs. We ended up winning 25-21. We're facing 11-6 Browns at home. We're the 2nd seed, so you know, lots of great stuff is happening from what I see so far. So we're gonna be playing against we got our center back too. So we're playing against the Browns. They have a tough defense, but we're gonna see how we perform. We actually ended up winning 33-30. So we won 2 playoff games in a row. We're home and we're facing the Kansas City Chiefs. We're facing the Chiefs, a rematch from last year when we beat them out on their turf. Now they're coming to us in the AFC Championship. This should be a good one. It's Patrick Mahomes, so we don't know what to expect. Maybe he's gonna come back with the firepower. And we actually ended up losing 28-21. Close game. I'm not mad. We just went from being a crazy low caliber team to going 10-7 to beating the Chiefs in the first round, and in the second round having an AFC Championship come through us, and we didn't even lose that bad. So this is just a successful rebuild in my opinion. This is definitely my opinion. So for players who made the Pro Bowl, we got Trey Lance. Receivers, our kid Ross made it. David Njoku made it. Offensive line, Quentin Nelson. That's just about it from that. Vernon, our gem on the D-line, made it. Linebackers, none of our guys. Corners, we had Desmond King and Carlton Davis made it. That's pretty nice. So we had a good crew of players that made the team, or made the Pro Bowl. Contract got extended. So, and we just went to the AFC Championship. So that's awesome. That's so dope. That's so dope that we did that. Let's take a look at that, because we ended up winning a couple games. We ended up beating the Chargers 25-21. Trey Lance threw 2 picks and got sacked twice, or sacked once, but Justin Herbert threw 2 tutties, got picked off twice as well, and got sacked twice. And but we still ended up winning the game though. Still ended up winning the game somehow. Defense, Lane Van Der Esch and Tim Settle both got a sack, and then Micah Kaiser got a pick, and so did David Collins, and then Derwin James, Duchenne, and Wilson both got a pick. So it was a close game, but we ended up taking the W. Against the Browns, definitely a high-scoring game. Trey Lance threw 4 TDs, 1 pick, and got sacked once. Baker threw a TD and got picked off once. And then Nick Chubb had a couple carries, but we shut down the run heavily. 2.3 yards per carry for Nick Chubb, so that's really nice to see, actually. And Nico Collins, our receivers took off, of course. They did their thing, as expected. Defense, Myles Garrett got a sack on us. That's expected. And we both split a pick apiece. But definitely a great game against the Chiefs. They got their revenge on us. Mahomes threw 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and got sacked once. But Trey Lance had a great game. 205 yards, 3 TDs, but not enough to beat them. And we also led the game rushing with Sidney Sims. Travis Kelce had 15 catches, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. No one could cover Travis Kelce. Arthur Aldridge did his thing as well, too. Our guys did their thing, but not to their extent. And Corey Willis and Charles Minnie, who both got a sack together, and Corey Willis got a pick as well. So Corey Willis is one of our gems of the team as well. So that's really nice to see. I mean, we definitely drafted some great pieces on our team, and we're looking like we're gonna just be beasts for the season to come. Like we definitely put a good team around Deshaun Watson. We put a good team around Trey Lance from the Texans. So that's really nice. That's really nice. So we're going to see who wins the Super Bowl as the Chiefs beat us. Let's see if they could repeat it. You know what I'm saying? And they ended up losing to the Cowboys 35-28. I feel like we could have beat them. Zeke won Super Bowl MVP. Dak won. Okay, so never mind. They won all those MVP stuff. So they were actually gunning for the Super Bowl. But we didn't do too bad either, though. We definitely did not do too bad. And I'm going to show you guys the roster before we end this video. So 88 offense, 84 defense. And we did better than Deshaun Watson and the Niners. Trey Lance became a 90 superstar elite X Factor. Receivers are godly. Offensive line, look at this. This is a playoff caliber team. They're going to get a Super Bowl. They're itching closer and closer. This team is definitely going to get a Super Bowl. But, yeah, we'll leave it at that. So, anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what other teams you want to see me rebuild. This was surprisingly one of our better rebuilds, especially since they start off after the first season and had like a 69 overall team. So, that's crazy. And to look at what they are right now. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed watching. And remember, you got to be a fiend to succeed. Peace.